So by surprise today, Ed, who I haven't seen for ages, joined the live feed. So I was very, very happy because he was a regular for a long time. So it was a very nice surprise indeed.
As you once, asked you twice now.
Now.
There's lipstick on your collar. You say she's just a friend now. Then why don't we call her? So you wanna go on, so you want to do all the things you used to do to me. I swear, I'm not your do. Used to take me out in your fancy car.
Hello, how are you? Getting a bit drunk at the moment. I decided on a bottle of beer instead of a bottle of wine. Do you even drunk? Are you one of those bigger than the English ball? Well, recently what I've been doing, instead of getting like a full bottle of bubbly, which is a cheap bubbly, I've been getting like half bottles. Try and get a grip. But that had finished by about 7 o'clock. So so what did I do? I just went and got a bottle of wine. I don't think it would have been good if I'd have got another bottle of wine and fucking drunk that. I had 3 beers at about 5 o'clock. I'm a pensioner, you know. Has anyone ever said that to you? I'm a pensioner, you know. Pensioners say that. So I had some legal problems and they might have been cleared up. Probably they said it to me because I was always asking them for money. As I was about to mug them, they would say, I'm a pensioner, you know. Or maybe I was trying to sell them something. No, I'm not. I'm not. It won't. I have still got to get my pension and the big pay lump. Maybe sometime at the end of next year. See what it's like in Britain first for the fucking COVID. Still over 30,000 new cases. Where the fuck are all these people coming from? It's about 200 to 300 in Japan. It looks like I might have been a bad boy again on TV. Someone's this week a lot of people were like fucking shouting at me, saying hello, being surprised. And the last, like I said before, it happened before. I was on TV and they were talking about fucking the other guy, and it was me. And so this video finished off with me saying cunt or something like that. Teaching the Japanese how to say cunt. And it appears that as I was walking down the street, I heard this girl say fucking kirai, and then something about boyfriend saying hello or Teddy B or something like that. But that is the least of my worries. So what I've got my big screen on now. I'm thinking that might be too fucking big actually. So I've got to set. Oh, I don't say I fucking unplugged it. The fuck is happening here? So I've got to use my smartphone to fucking get it all set up. No, I haven't. I've got to. Once I get it going, I'll watch Netflix on it. It's a very nice screen. Look at that. Dengen Cordo. Yeah, just charged. The phone is charged up now, Tom. No, that's it's a TV monitor. So I've got the HDMI cable set up, but I need to set it up. So it's never straightforward, especially when it's in a fucking different language. I had a small bottle of wine and a fucking a 4-inch cheesecake. I'm gonna wash that beer right out of my brain. Era. Maybe I'll switch this fucking thing out. It is for Scottish people. I don't think I've shagged a Scottish girl. I think I'd like to do that. They can be very sexy, these Scottish girls with their accent, I think. But I guess like the Scottish accent is, it varies, doesn't it? So you can get a nice Scottish accent, which sounds sexy and nice, and then you can get the Glaswegian accent. What the fuck are you saying, mate? Chubby and Ginger. They're like fucking 6 foot tall. Karen Gillan, she's all right. I went out with a ginger-haired nurse once. Yeah, I've only been with, I think, one obese girl. That's not bad in 40 years, is it? Why did they get upset if you say if you lost some weight, you'd be really attractive? Yeah, I think if people are obese, that's a different story. Men and women, different story. Because they've lost all love for themselves as well. Here's any what do you think? In the back room, in this room here, I was setting this up at that. We're going to use this back room. It's got all the Japanese things in it. And what the idea was, is to set round a fucking railway track where a phone could go round, or a phone could go round in a circular movement, so people could watch. So the phone would just spin round, and people could watch, see what's in the room continually. Any ideas? Of course, it could be good on a very slow rotating record player. No, actually, well, Mark did that, actually. I think I might have done it as well. Put the camera on the track and then film people. An OBS on your computer. What is an OBS? Software to stream to YouTube. You know, because literally I've got thousands of things, you know, where people could like look at things, you know, in live stream, so it was like never off. You know, like for example, like a Santa's grotto or Santa's room. Or I don't know if you saw that video, Recycle Santa. And what was that video? You know, where Dave Chappelle? What was the name of the video? Was it a video that he fucking made a long time ago? I saw something, a brief glimpse of something the other day, where trans women or is it trans men or trans, so men that became women, they're like sexually forcing women to have sex because they're a lot stronger. And this is the bullshit about this fucking gay thing, LBQTY or whatever it is. They fucking would not allow black people into the fucking community. So they complain about not being treated with respect or treated badly, but they do the same thing to fucking black gay people. So these people, they're all fucking full of shit, without a fucking doubt. Zimzam will be getting fucking excited when I start playing this next song. Yeah, good point, Tom. Yeah.
Okay, Coconut Man.
Coconut Man. Yeah, that's the best way to say it, isn't it, Tom? No, I don't know. Maybe I should look forward to that day when I can watch X videos on the big screen. Everybody look to the right. It's Kirin Lager.
Grammarly can help you write quickly and confidently, so you never have to slow down at work. Instant correct.
I thought I saw a man born to life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry.
It's very cheap. It's about 30. It was about 35,000 yen, I think. I bought it 3 years ago. I've only just started using it.
What your heart is for. Well, I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. My conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine at all. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect day.
Tom, I want you to watch the commercials on my fucking videos.
I'm already told. So I guess the fortune teller's right. I should have seen just what was there and not some holy light. But you crawl beneath my vein.
Yep. No, but this is the one that we loved when Natalie was a lot younger. That's her most gorgeous.
Thought I saw a man brought to life. He was warm, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry when you couldn't be that man I adored. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. But I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. The conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine until
Don't really matter, Tom. Tell you the truth.
this is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed.
When a couple of times when I was in the I was in the Hilton Hotel, and there was this guy and this girl, and so I sent up a request. I sent up a request that said, that, "Can you do that song, laying naked on the floor?" Unfortunately, it was the guy that took his clothes off. No, now it's what do you get? About 4,000 yen a month. And that's including people that make donations. But because of problems uploading videos, so I haven't uploaded videos for the last 6 weeks. So this girl's so pretty. It just shows you when you're very pretty, a one-hit wonder goes very, very far. I just saw the new price of cigarettes in Britain, £13 for a pack of 20. What a fucking unbelievable! £13. But yeah, that's pricey as well, isn't it? And I think it's, you know, I don't like smoking. I don't really like smokers, but there are going to be people that still want to smoke, and we can't really punish these people. It's not really fair, is it? You know, so that's. But it's a good, it's a good incentive to make you stop smoking, without a doubt. Well, I know someone that he went, the American guy, and he was in Paris. He was on heroin, and he could give up heroin, but he couldn't give up cigarettes. Oh dear. Looks like the fucking... The girl in this video that had a bad day, she looks like the director that was shot by Alec Baldwin. So now that girl, she's been in a popular American series, this girl here. So this, like I said, she looks like the director or the cinematographer. What a bad day. Yeah, like he's still in this shit whichever way, because he was like an executive producer. You know, like he was employing unskilled staff. It's like if you're doing like pyrotechnics or anything like that, where you're working with explosives, you've got to fucking employ the best people. You've got to employ people that know the fuck what they're doing. If you're dealing with something that could, like with car crashes, anything like that, you can't go around fucking employing gangbangers from the local fucking area. You've got to employ people that have got fucking experience, skill. So anyway, Alex Baldwin is fucked. So making moves is fucking expensive. Well, it wouldn't. No, I think it'd have come out in the news, but it just wouldn't be so quick, would it? So, like I said, there's not. It would have been out there. It'd have been in the newspapers, but there wouldn't have been fucking millions of people talking about it, without a doubt. Yeah, well, don't forget Ozzy. But going back to that Ozzy Osbourne comment, Ozzy Osbourne is a fucking idiot, by the way. Because I don't think you're supposed to put me more than one or two on the nicotine patches. Is supposed to be like one or two, even if two. Yeah. Well, it's as for the first world, yeah, but no one really pays attention to what's happening in fucking Africa. So, or Scotland. Oh no, I see. No, he is an idiot without a doubt, but he's very entertaining. You know, he's very funny, very likable. He nearly killed himself a few years ago on one of those quad bikes. No, like I say, without a doubt, he's one of the most entertaining, interesting blokes about. But he's still a fucking idiot. That was so. His wife told a funny story about when they were in a hotel. She wanted him to stop drinking, so they couldn't bring fucking drinks to the hotel room, whatever. So what he did, he she took all his clothes away, or locked him away, and then he ended up like putting her clothes on and going for a drink. Yeah, and his kids. Sometimes his daughter is a bit of a twat, but when she comes on panel shows, and she's quite, she's quite likable and funny. There was in that show. I don't know if you ever saw it, but there was an older sister called Amy, and Amy decided not to not to take part in the show, but so she fucking got left behind. Like the dad tried to help her in promoting when she was doing the. I think she made an album, and her dad tried to promote her, but she'll just have to live off his money. But I think she did the best, the youngest daughter. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, apparently she worked for a big. Dad was a big record producer, and then she stole Ozzy and married him, and she stole Ozzy from her dad, and then they never spoke. Yeah, well, I think if you can get on with your life and lead a normal life, you know, that's the best way to do it. Because, like, sometimes it can be a fucking nightmare. You know, I think there was a story about Justin Bieber being chased by 5 or 6 cars. You know, they're like fucking endangering people's lives. These people are the scum of the fucking earth. Hmm. Well, I've got a big bottle of water. No, I don't need. I've got the fucking local people giving me shit, so I don't need the paparazzi. Well, maybe you was watching yesterday when 3 young kids came up to me and the police. Yeah, I have police. They're calling out my name even before they started fucking writing the ticket. I think at the moment, I think for the next couple of years, maybe I can defend myself, but I don't know what it's going to be like in 5 years' time. You get fucking young kids trying it on, taking the piss. Well, he just said that if well, he said to forgive me, I promise not to do it again. And then he says if he doesn't, if he's got any fucking thing to ask me, he'll call me up. But he says if he doesn't call next week, it'll be finished. I'll be okay. So he says he's going to check some things out. You fucking reacted slow to that, didn't you, Timson? £13.20 to be exact. Well, I think those kind of prices it's just gonna lead to people robbing people to fucking buy cigarettes. When my dad went back to prison after my mum died, my sister looked after us for about 1 year. And the first thing she wrote on any shopping list was like 10 number 6 cigarettes. That was the first thing she wrote. £5, even £5 in 2002 seems fucking expensive. Fuck, man. The last time I remember cigarettes, it was about watching from overseas, it was like £6 a packet or something like that. And that must have been 10 years ago. But fucking 30 quid. That's fucking, what's that, 70, 80 pence a cigarette? But in Japan, as you may know, Zimzam, when they smoke a cigarette now, they only smoke a little bit of it. I don't know the recent price. I really don't know. It's certainly nowhere near fucking England. Might be 600 yen. Which would be about £4. And if the pound was strong, it'd be about £3. I wonder what the prices are in America. There you go. So I wasn't far off then. But now that they're all smoking very small cigarettes, they come in a packet about that size. Then they put them into a little machine. But like I said, in Japan, they would like smoke half of a cigarette or 3/4 of a cigarette, then throw it away. But in Japan, the strength of the cigarette is not as strong as it is in other countries. As I bought a ticket for my niece, she came here and she said there's no taste to them. I think that's enough beer for me today. Yeah, they are in Japan, they're low nicotine, yeah. Which I guess is also means that even the smokers don't even get cancer. And especially if they're only smoking off of the cigarette. But I wonder if that habit has changed now. They're relatively expensive. Just like me with the fucking beer. If it's 220 yen, I don't mind if it's got a fucking massive head. But if it's like fucking 500 yen, I mind. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days. Do you think Fonzie would have been that popular if they knew that he was only about fucking 5'5"? How the fuck did he manage to get a role on that as a fucking 5'5", greasy-haired fucking grease monkey? Do you both used to watch Happy Days? There was one famous show, but no one knew at the time that when there was just a student or kid, so Fonzie used to pick on him. And then this kid went away and he trained and he became like a karate expert. And then he had a fight with Fonzie. And he kicked Fonzie out through a window or something like that. Do you remember that one? And do you know who the actor was that kicked him out? Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't. Yeah, I didn't know he was a producer. I don't know if it was Ginger Boy. I can't remember, but he was like, he came into the show with a karate suit on. But the actor that kicked Fonzie through the window was Tom Hanks. Fonzie wasn't all that fucking hard. Can't have been good for Henry Winkler though. Henry Winkler's going about his business as a civilian, and then and then everybody wants to fight him, and he's just a fucking 5'5", 5'6" fucking actor. No, I don't think Fonzie trained up Tom Hanks. No, well, in the show, I think Fonzie had been picking on this kid, and this kid like went away to karate school, and then he came back wanting his revenge. And in the show, the actor that played the kid was Tom Hanks. So as I remember. If I'm wrong, I will apologize. Oh, you just checked it up. 168. What's that? That's about 5'5.5". 5'5", 5'6". So, like I say, if he'd have been going into a bar or anything like that, and they recognise him, he could have led to bad situations for Henry Winkler. Have you ever heard of jumping the shark phrase? So there's a phrase to explain something exotic or over the top or something like that called jumping the shark. And though I didn't know about this, I never saw this series, but Henry Winkler was an experienced, what do you call it? He's on, what do you call this? A skier, but on water, a water skier. And so they had a show where there was like a shark in a tank, and then Henry Winkler or Fonzie, they like flew over the tank. Yeah, I don't know if he jumped on his head, but he skied over the tank. But like the point was that he was like an experienced water skier and a midget. So kicked his head in, and it was a fucking hammerhead. When I was a kid, my age, when I was a teenager or a young man, I was the average height in Britain. Oh, okay. Thanks for that explanation. I appreciate it. So that's what, so they did that stunt to try and bring it back, yeah? Yeah, but apparently in if you're in Holland, the average height in Holland is about 6 foot, I think. And so everyone's fussy about, men and women, they're fussy about how tall their boyfriend or girlfriend is. So there could be a chance for us to go to Holland and pick up these 5'4", 5'5" girls. So I'm wondering now, what show did that for Coronation Street? The last time I was in England, I was watching Coronation Street at a relative's house. I just couldn't cope with it. The changing scenes every fucking 30 seconds. Unbelievable. All right, Tom. If you're driving, take the car. That's an old Steve Wright. That's an old Steve Wright one. Yeah, I am that old. I used to remember fucking Ina Sharples and Minnie Caldwell. Was it Caldwell? Albert Tatlock. In the late 60s, 70s. Them were the days. Is that the longest show in the world or one of the longest? About 10 years ago, the Sun, accused William Barlow, who plays Ken. Neighbours, is that the longest one? The Australian Neighbours show. Wow. The Sun newspaper accused Ken Barlow of being boring, or the actor that played him being boring, and he sued the newspaper, and the court awarded Ken Barlow £1. That's the most irritating character in any fucking film, in any sitcom. Sitcom? What do you call it? It's not a sitcom. What is it? It's a show full of cunts. The soap opera. Yeah. No, but they've all gone. Like I read in the Daily Mail and the storylines from Emmerdale Farm, Emmerdale Farm and Coronation Street. Oh my fucking god! Well, I don't know, but I don't know if it was Tom who's just gone. That he said his mum liked fucking, or maybe it was someone in Africa, Ken, said that his mum liked Emmerdale, or his dad liked Emmerdale Farm. I think a few years ago in America, the Korean soap operas were like really popular in America. Oh, dude, what the fuck is the world coming to? It's just all fucked up, isn't it? Even if it's not for like gay people or fucking trans or whatever, or fucking woke people, even normal people are fucked up. They're fucking walking in the street reading their fucking cell phones. They're playing in the park reading their fucking cell phones. They're in the restaurant reading their cell phones. I'm talking now when they've got the kids with them. What is going to... Facebook is dying. Facebook will be dead within a year, without a doubt. Now, I've got like apparently 600 friends on Facebook. I see very few fucking posts. I don't know if they... So, and I don't know if it's... I certainly haven't blocked 600. No, no one's posting. People just are advertising. People are selling. People are saying, like my page. It's dying because there's no original content. Same as YouTube. Most of the shit on YouTube is like fucking from TV or sports. There are no original... I don't think they want original contributors. I mean, it can't go on like I've had my channel for 12 years. Victor's had his for fucking 15, 16 years. Just people get fed up of fucking making videos. Allegedly. People will get back to what they were doing before. Down to the pub. Bastard. Just missed my chance to get that fucking mosquito. That cunt will be biting my neck in 2 hours. I know it's not called Facebook now, it's called Meta. Meta, better, feta. No, I had a thing, but I haven't used it recently. I've got like a little mosquito thing that works quite well. I might need to find some batteries for it. But there haven't been many mosquitoes in the last. It's only because it's really warm. This has been the warmest October I've known. It's an Indian summer. Now, I think it'll be gone within a year because people are just fucking. There's no original fucking thought, and even and even if you do have an original thought, Facebook will fucking ban it. I did something the other week. I called someone a cunt. I didn't even spell it out right. It was like CU-T. I spelled it, I misspelled it, but I still put that up. CU-T, and they banned me for that. It's already started. People they can't be bothered. How can they expect me not to call someone a cunt when they keep on me cunts? Well, no, a lot of the time it's the bots that do it, and then I make a complaint, and then someone looks at it. And no, like 2 or 3 times they send a message back saying, "I'm sorry, we got you wrong this time." No, but if you get in, which happens, and if you get like these people, these men that become women for sexually social advantages, and then you can't fucking slag these people off, then there's a problem. Some of these men have committed fucking crimes, against women. You can't fucking defend them. But social justice warriors want to defend them. And they don't realize that some of these people are fucking evil. So. But what they should do is, I'm sure they do this already. They have like special toilets for women with babies, disabled people, elderly people. But now this should be like for trans people as well. Just trans use this one. Because women will feel very, very uncomfortable if a fucking 6'2" supposed woman walks into the fucking toilet. They feel worried. Look at fucking Bruce Jenner. He's like 6'2". He's still built like a brick shithouse. What woman is going to fend him off? Or man, for that matter. It comes down to common sense. And there's not a lot of it about these days. What are you going to elaborate on that, Zimzam? Why did you screw up? Marrying the Chinese woman. You had to tie one on. What? So does that mean that any person could walk into any toilet? But sometimes I've seen a couple of times in a nightclub where women have sneaked into the men's toilets to have a pee, but the problem being they don't have enough fucking women's toilets. But men would not mind that. They'd understand the situation. I I did that in I did that in, and when I came out, there were like fucking three women stood outside waiting. I didn't do it on purpose or for any other reason. I just fucking went in the wrong toilet. But sometimes if I'm dying for a shit, I'll go into women's toilets because I'm not going to fucking shit my pants. There's, they have all these things about woke, but it's about time they started concentrating on common sense. Or like to just have, if you're in doubt, if you're fucking, because if you're like before a sex change and you're dressed in with fucking, you look really awkward with these clothes on and makeup, and then you walk into a woman's toilets, then you're just you're making women very feel very unsafe and very uncomfortable. They should use the fucking disabled toilets, or call it a multi-purpose toilet. And I think that's what they call it in Japan, actually, a multi-purpose toilet. I think in the kanji it's like many eyes. Like I don't know if you know this kanji. It looks like a T. There's two ta. Well, it's two tas together. The kanji for met, and that's it. Many eyes. I certainly like putting cameras in toilets. It just takes a time. Yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why they have these signs in the toilets now. This is only for women. Not like that. The katakana. That's it. Yeah, that's it. And then may just put met to that, and then just do a search, see what comes up. I just assumed it was many. Well, it's the sign for OE and eyes, so many eyes. So. Yeah, like I say, I can understand that reasoning, but there's nothing to stop fucking, the staff of the establishment from going in and looking. There's like these little black things they can put in electrical sockets, but there's no real places. They can easily do a quick look over the fucking toilet. So. Yeah, I was in the hub in town, and I went into the women's toilets, you know, just because I wanted a shit. And when I came out, and I just there was an English woman, and when I said something, she goes, "Yeah, sure." I just really wanted to smack the cunt, you know, because if I want to fucking shit, I want to shit. I'm not going to fucking have any of your fucking slaver. But it's just the attitude today. She's in a foreign country thinking that I'm a fucking pervert in a fucking foreign country. But you know that thing with I don't know. Does anyone really like to watch a woman pull her knickers up and down once and take a dump? Fucking hell. I suppose so. I'm only kidding. Wonder if I can have fucking a day off the beer tomorrow. Let's see. There's a site called Heavy R. What does that mean? What about heavy water? He ain't heavy. It's just normal water. No, in England, well, probably in Britain, they are fucking. They're making some excuse up. They can't get the chemicals. They can't get the chemicals to put in the fucking water or the sewage, and so the government's passed a law that they can just fucking dump the sewage into the rivers. Well, I think if they can't get them in, maybe they should send a fucking RAF plane to where they fucking have this stuff. Oh, so did you think it's girls that made the videos? Fucking conveni boxes again. That's the business should have gone into with Moe-chan. Moe's magic knickers. All right, buddy, I'm going to get off. I'm getting a bit tired. Beer's nearly finished. Maybe I'll lay down and watch a film or something. Or a documentary. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Take care. All right, pal. Take care, pal. Bye-bye.